If you're in your 30s and you're broke right now, I need you to stop scrolling and hear me out. Because what I'm about to share could completely change your financial future. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. The average 30-year-old in America has a net worth of just 9 grand. That's it, 9,000 bucks. Meanwhile, rent is through the roof, groceries cost a fortune, and you're watching everyone on social media look like they've got it all figured out. But here's the thing, and this is critical. Being broke at 30 doesn't mean you're screwed forever. In fact, your 30s are the single most important decade for building wealth, and I'm going to show you exactly how to turn this around. Let's get into it. The reality check. First, let's talk about where you actually stand, because understanding the situation is step one. According to recent data, about 41% of Americans in their 30s say they're worse off financially than they were a year ago. Half the country is living paycheck to paycheck. And here's a stat that'll blow your mind. 49% of Americans say it's easier to get a loan than to build savings. That's insane. We've been conditioned to borrow instead of save. Now, the median net worth for someone in their 30s is around 40 grand. But remember, that includes home equity and retirement accounts. If we're talking straight cash savings, the average person aged 25 to 34 has about 20K saved, and tons of people way less than that. So if you're sitting here thinking, man, I'm so far behind, I want you to chill for a sec. You're not alone. In fact, you're probably closer to normal than you think. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a huge gap between the average 30-year-old and the above-average 30-year-old. The above-average person at 30 has closer to 250K in net worth. That's not because they hit the jackpot or inherited millions. It's because they made different choices. Choices you can start making today. The real question isn't why am I broke? It's what am I going to do about it starting right now? The mindset shift. All right, here's something that might surprise you. Your biggest money problem isn't your paycheck. It's not your student loans. It's not even the economy. It's your mindset. Financial psychologists have discovered something called money scripts. These are deep beliefs about money that we pick up as kids, usually without even realizing it. And these scripts are running in the background of your brain, making all your financial decisions for you. For example, maybe you grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees or we can't afford that. Now you've got what experts call a scarcity mindset. You believe there's never enough, so you either hoard cash and never enjoy life, or you blow it all because you figure it'll disappear anyway. On the flip side, some folks have what's called an abundance mindset. They see opportunities everywhere. They believe they can create wealth. And guess what? They usually do because their actions follow their beliefs. Here's what you need to understand. Wealth building is 80% behavior and only 20% math. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a 6-figure salary. You just got to change how you think about money. Let me give you 3 quick mindset shifts that successful wealth builders make. 1, they think long term. Instead of asking, can I afford this right now? They ask, how's this going to affect me a year from now? 2, they take responsibility. They don't blame the system or bad luck. They focus on what they can control, their savings rate, their skills, their spending. And 3, they see money as a tool, not a scorecard. Money isn't about keeping up with the Joneses or proving your worth. It's about freedom and options. Start training your brain to think like this, and I promise you, everything else gets easier. Okay, enough theory. Let's get tactical. If you're 30 and broke, here's your step-by-step action plan. Step 1, stop the bleeding. You got to know where your money's going. I don't care if you use an app, a spreadsheet, or a notebook. Track every single dollar for 1 month. No judgment, just awareness. Most people think they know where their money goes, but when they actually track it, they're totally shocked. That $8 coffee habit, it's $240 a month. Those impulse Amazon buys, they add up to $500 before you know it. Once you see it, you can fix it. Step 2, build a baby emergency fund. Before anything else, you need $1,000 in the bank. That's your cushion so you don't go deeper into debt when your car breaks down or your dog needs the vet. This is your Life Happens Fund. Start tonight. Skip a few dinners out. Sell stuff you don't use. Do a side gig for 1 weekend. Just get to $1,000 as fast as humanly possible. Step 3, kill high-interest debt. Credit card debt is straight-up wealth poison. If you're paying 20% interest on credit cards, you're literally going backwards. There are two legit methods: the snowball method, pay off your smallest debt first to build momentum, or the avalanche method, pay off the highest interest rate first to save the most dough. Pick one, stick with it. Attack that debt like your future depends on it, because it does. Step 4. Automate your savings. Here's a game changer. Pay yourself first. Most people save whatever's left over at the end of the month. Guess what? There's never anything left over. Instead, set up automatic transfers the day you get paid. Even if it's just $50 or $100 at first, treat it like a non-negotiable bill. You can't see what you don't see. Experts recommend saving 15% of your income for retirement, but if you haven't been saving at all, start with 5% and work your way up. Something is infinitely better than nothing. Step 5. Make more money. I know, easier said than done, right? But hear me out. Your 30s are your prime earning years. You've got experience, but you've still got decades left to work. This is the time to ask for that raise, switch to a higher paying gig, pick up a side hustle, or learn a new skill that bumps up your value. Every extra $100 a month you can bring in, that's $1,200 a year. Over 10 years with compound interest, that's massive. Don't stay stuck in a dead-end job just because it's comfortable. Your earning power is your greatest wealth-building tool. Step 6. Invest for the future. Once you've got your emergency fund and your debt under control, you gotta start investing. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. If your employer offers a 401k match, you're leaving free money on the table by not contributing. That's literally a 100% instant return on your cash. If you don't have a 401k, open a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. Start with index funds if you're not sure what to invest in. The key is to just start. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. Thanks to compound interest, even small amounts invested in your 30s will grow like crazy by retirement, but you've got to start. Before we wrap up, I gotta warn you about something called lifestyle creep. This is the silent killer of wealth. Here's how it happens. You get a raise, awesome, so you upgrade your apartment, lease a nicer car, start eating out more, buy the latest phone, and suddenly you're making more money, but somehow you're still broke. The secret wealthy people know: when your income goes up, your lifestyle should stay mostly the same, at least for a while. That extra cash, though, it should go straight to savings and investments. You can treat yourself a little, sure, but the bulk of that raise should be working for your future, not making your present slightly more comfortable. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Turning around your finances in your 30s takes work. It takes discipline. It takes saying no to some stuff now so you can say yes to everything later. But here's what nobody tells you. It's actually totally doable. You're not too far gone. You're not too old. You're not hopeless. Right now, while you're in your 30s, you still have 30+ years until retirement. That's 3 decades of compound interest working in your favor. That's 3 decades to build the life you actually want. The difference between the person who's broke at 30 and the person who retires comfortably isn't luck, it's not talent, it's not a trust fund. It's the decisions you make today. So, here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing from this video, just one, and take action on it this week. Track your spending, set up that automatic transfer, apply for one new job, just do something. Because the only thing worse than being broke at 30 is being broke at 40, 50, or 60, wishing you'd started today. You've got this. Your future self is counting on you. Now get out there and make it happen.